This is Art Franklin with the CBS 42 Snow Alert. We want to get you prepared for this storm system that is moving into our area. We have you covered with crews all over the area. In fact, let's give you a look now at Hamilton, a live look at Hamilton, where you can see the snowfall has already started. We saw that earlier today. Also, the temperature already dropping as we give you a shot of our temperature gauge right now. And it's cold, as you know, but we want to give you a sense of what it's going to be like. Let's go to storm track meteorologist Ashley Gann, who has more on the storm coming into the area. Ashley.
Thanks, Art. Well, revisiting that sky cam in Hamilton, and not only are we dealing with snow there, but blowing snow at that. Look at the winds, how those are really picking up here in Birmingham. The skies are becoming a bit more cloudy, but not seeing any snow just yet. We've had a couple of reports up in Warrior of a few flakes falling from the sky. 36 is our current temperature. That wind out of the northwest at around 12 miles per hour makes it feel more like 28 outside. We're looking at a cloudy sky in Tuscaloosa, but quiet there now. It looks like this band of snow has kind of parked itself in North Alabama for a short time being. As we look in Gadsden right now, not a lot of activity, just a gray sky there, and we will notice those clouds increasing throughout the day. But there's quite the range of temperatures. This is going to play a very big part as this cold front moves out in. 24 in Hamilton, 45 in Alexander City. So what does that mean for our forecast? Well, one, if you add in the wind, it's going to feel much colder in some spots, like Hamilton, whereas the temperature is 24 right now. It feels more like 14, feels like 28 in Birmingham, but it feels a little closer to the actual air temperatures from Rockford to Alexander City. And here's what's important to note about that. It means this band of snow right now could transition to more into rain in our eastern communities later on this afternoon. All right, here's what we're looking at right now. Snowfall is forming again from Hamilton up towards Coleman. But you remember this morning I was talking about watching really closely for this dry slot of air. Well, it's kind of happening right before our eyes. The very front edge of this band of snow is starting to see the influx of some drier air. That drier air will tend to zap the moisture, and that moisture is necessary for snowflakes to form. If you don't have that in the air, then you're not going to see the white stuff falling from the sky. So that's something that we're watching very closely, and because of that, notice the band has really shrunk in size as well. So right now we're looking at still continued snow in Hamilton, same with Winfield, and some lighter snowfall from Jasper down towards the southeastern corner of Walker County. So kind of marching you through the remainder of the day. This band is expected to move through central Alabama sometime this afternoon and then early evening in East Alabama. But the big story is the cold air that's going to be racing in behind it. So anything that sticks to the ground right now will stay, and that's because we're looking at sub-freezing temperatures, 32 degrees and below. So the snowfall will obviously lead to slit spots on the roadways. Then those temperatures staying below freezing today and tomorrow will lead for a continued event, and then some roads and highways will become covered in ice. So try to avoid travel if at all possible. Only go out if absolutely necessary, but otherwise there's not really a reason to be on the road. Schools are closed. A lot of businesses have shut their doors as well. So try to keep it indoors. Cold today, freezing tonight. Temperatures dropping to around 12 degrees. With the winds, it's going to feel much colder. Because we're staying below freezing tomorrow, we have a weather alert in place tomorrow as well. Finally climbing into the low 40s for Thursday. All right, let's join Storm Track meteorologist Sarah Canty. She's out in our weather alert unit right now. Sarah, tell us where you are and what you're seeing at this time.
Ashley, right now we're in Jasper on Interstate 22. We're heading westbound right now. And while you're not seeing the snow cover on the ground here, when you are heading westbound on Interstate 22, the second you get into Marion County, there is snow covering the interstate in Marion County. So that is very concerning because we weren't just seeing the snow cover on the side of the roads, we were also seeing the snow cover on the actual interstate. And temperatures are dropping. We are at 31 right now in Jasper, but we were already in the low 20s in Hamilton just about an hour or so ago. So that is the concern right now. Just very light snowfall here in Jasper right now, but we are going to continue to keep an eye on this and obviously bring you updates here from the weather alert unit. A lot of the roads were being treated in Hamilton before. We had a lot of salt on the roadways, which did help to melt some of the heavier traveled roads in Marion County. But when those temperatures fall below zero or below freezing, obviously that could mean that a lot of those spots could start to ice over. A lot of the secondary roads in Marion County were also already covered with snow. So just be careful if you're out and about. Definitely, you may not, if you're traveling on Interstate 22, you may think it's fine right now. Well, as when you head northwest, that's where you are really going to see those slick spots. So be very careful and try to avoid any travel, especially on Interstate 22 in West Alabama today. Live in the Weather Alert Unit, Sarah Canty, CBS 42 News, local weather coverage you can count on.
All right, thanks, Sarah. So the lesson learned here, we can just definitely take away that we need to just be careful today. And as that snow is falling in your community, we need to also watch for that snow changing over to ice at some point as this frigid air is racing in behind this cold front. So we'll continue tracking all of the developments all day long right here on CBS 42. Join us not only on air, but online and through our Facebook and any of our social media outlets. We'll have the latest. And that's it for right now. We'll be back at the bottom of the hour.
This has been a CBS 42 Storm Track Severe Weather Update.